it's interesting. Do you know that it's the CCAT group? It's the first time I've ever come across such a kind of well-equipped. I don't know what the right description for it in US terms, state-owned, government-owned, whatever kind of, or invested in organisation, that's there to promote something, like that, and I'd never come across it, and they approached me and said, oh, you should come up and see the facilities. And we went up and saw the facilities up in Hartford, and it was an eye-opener. So, we're always looking for ways to make we are genuinely a passionate American company, but labour costs are high in America these days to compare to some other parts of the world. But one of the things that we've been taught over the last 2 years is having a supply chain that's disparate across the world can be challenging. So, hey, we knew it before, we know it more now. We want to bring business back to the US. In order to do that, you have to do it efficiently. And to have people who are specifically looking at ways at being more efficient in manufacturing. It's a little bit like you were saying, well, sometimes you need someone to take the moonshot. Well, having those people that can, when you see some of the machinery that they have, it's truly mind-blowing machinery. You can then envision what you can do with it. If you didn't see that machinery, or you saw it at a trade show where the pressure's on and the kind of, it's completely different. So what it does is opens up, where they've taken the decision to focus on certain areas. They've got some incredible additive manufacturing stuff to make, some really sophisticated parts, and they've got some really interesting scanning technology, which is interesting to us because we're trying to check that our sales, huge things, great big sail shapes are accurately represented, and that kind of technology is really helpful. And they've got people who know how to run it and have
played around with the toys, so they know how to kind of use the tools. So that's really helpful. And then they have a composites piece where we've shared common paths. We don't do so much hard composites in the US, but we have hard composites within the group, typically done out in New Zealand, and they're innovating using robotic manufacturing, tape laying, and our technology, which we do have in the US, is all about additive tape laying. So some of the stuff that they're doing there is, it's very similar to us, other on different scales, and the sort of software they're using and the way they use it and the environment they do it in has been really interesting. I mean, we're at the beginning of our journey with them, I think, rather than the end. So I can't say we've done tons of stuff, making things together or whatever, but I'm sure we will.